Ashley, Scrapping Nerd, and I'm back today with a layout for Scraplift Crafternoon. This is where a bunch of my crafty peeps and I get together and we scraplift an amazing layout from an amazing creator. And this week we are scraplifting one of our very own, Miss Rona. It's her birthday, so happy birthday. Make sure you give her extra loves and likes and visit all of her social media, which will be, of course, in the description box below. So today I am pulling out basically just some stash. I have this little kit that was in a bag, and I don't know the name of it, but I know it was one of those paper kits from Hobby Lobby, like the little page kits that they sell from forever ago. Like, I don't even, probably before COVID. But and there's a little bit left in there. There's some like little embellishments and some bling, and then I pulled in some stuff from my stash because of course I definitely needed some wordy bits and some just extra little bits and bobs, and so I kind of pulled all of it in. And in the bag I had thrown in some other papers, I guess, that I thought kind of went with it, and so I decided to use this collection and see if I can use what I can of it, and I might just break it apart. I can't decide because there is a little bit that still kind of all goes together. But in her layout there was like different layers of paper at the top, and so I thought this would be fun with this paper with the gold kind of foil edging on it. I thought it kind of looked like an ocean, like if the waves came in, so I thought that would be a good paper to use for the teared paper she has on her layout. And so that's where on the top I kind of fussy cut that out, and that'll go on the top of my layout. I was gonna do another layer because she has two, but I just thought that the one looked really good and I really liked the gold in this paper, so I wanted to not hide that up. And of course my pictures cover the majority of it, but it's still there. And all I'm doing here is because it's like on the diagonal, so I'm getting that part stuck down, and then I'll cut the extra pieces off. And of course I'll save the scraps, and so this is why I'm like, yeah, I'll probably keep this part still kind of in a kit in my collection over here. And it's funny, I can tell that it's from the Hobby Lobby too because the paper is a lot thicker. Like later on I tried to make the mermaid tail that I put on here kind of stick up with some pop dots, but because the paper was so thin it just crinkled the paper, and so I had to just use the pop dots but still keep it flat instead of kind of pushing the tail up because the paper didn't like that. But where I'm scrapbooking these photos today of my husband and I when we were in St. Thomas, and then right when you get off, because we were on the cruise ship, right when you get off they'll take your picture in front of the little, welcome to St. Thomas life preserver. And so these are just the two different photos from that. And in her photo she had 4 smaller photos in like a photo block in the top left corner, but I didn't have 4 smaller photos I wanted to scrap, so I'm just going to use these 2 photos and create the photo block in the same upper left corner to mimic that as well. And so I cut off because it had like a turquoise border around it with the date from the cruise, because again it's their photos that they take. And so I trimmed those off, and then I backed them in one of the purple papers from the little collection because the same purple matched. And I thought about double matting like normal, but I kind of liked that this was all just kind of shades of purple. And of course this is St. Thomas, and it's a beachy place, and so it works as a beachy layout kind of, but this doesn't really scream too much beach. I do of course have my beach elements, but I did pull in Seedless Preserve Distress Oxide, and I will just ink the edges of the photos just to help have them pop off the page and differentiate a little bit, because it is all the same color of purple. And so I have two of these mermaid tails, and I just think they're really pretty, and the gold is very shiny. And so of course I am trying something new, a different camera setup, and so I'm a little bit closer to the page, and I thought that might be better for my videos, but I'm still kind of working out my lighting. So I know that there was a little bit of a glare, and of course this gold foil mermaid tail doesn't help. So I apologize for that, and I will kind of get that straightened out. But I think that I'm liking this closer view to my mat that I'm working on, and actually now I can see the top of my camera, so I'll be able to see if I'm crooked or something, or a glare. And of course that's if I pay attention, but that's a whole other issue. But so anyways, the mermaid tail, and then I liked this little star that said mermaid kisses and starfish wishes, and then pulling in that says vitamin C up at the top, and some little fun little things from my stash memories made, and etc. But in her layout, it looked like she had stitching around the whole edge of, or around the whole layout, and I think it's faux stitching, like with a pin, but I had this stencil from Scrapbook Sketch that had a bunch of arrows on it, so I kind of used my washi and I taped off all of the arrows so I could just use one arrow. And then I used the Seedless Preserves, and I just inked the arrow and created a border of arrows around. I didn't go over that top paper with the gold on it. I just did the bottom half of the layout, but that just kind of mimics her faux stitching on her layout. And I got some of the other things from the collection, this sand dollar and the starfish that are in the bottom left, and then I pulled in some of the jewels that were in that bag that I had. But that's going to be the layout. It's a fun, cute little quick layout. I did put the date and the little thing that says St. Thomas up in the top right that I cut off to the photo, just so that's up there. But again, thank you to everyone that has liked and subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate it. I have been MIA because for some reason I decided I needed to start working on my master's degree. And so my time has gotten smaller, but I figured out how to get back into the whole school thing. And so I shouldn't be as MIA as I have been. So thank you for hanging in with me and watching my videos and liking and doing all the things. I appreciate it so much, and I just love being a part of this community. Make sure that you go to the description box and check out everyone in the description box. See how they are wishing Miss Rona a happy birthday. Like and subscribe and do all the things for them as well. So everyone have a great day. Bye.